What's up, everyone? Today, we have another fantastic compilation featuring the best stories from r/Amitheasshole. These 8 incredible tales will shock and entertain you. Subscribe if you're new here. This story is titled AITA for Not Wearing Pants to a Party. Posted by u/Broad Butterscotch 601. I, 21 mm, am a college student. I'm in a frat and I'm gay. It's not a conservative group, no one has ever given me shit for it, but I'm the only one. Every year my college has a date party to celebrate the end of finals. I didn't pick the theme, it's split it a suit. Basically take the components of a suit, and you have to divide that amongst you and your date. I saw the writing on the wall, a lot of guys being shirtless with blazers and suit pants, and a lot of girls in oversized dress shirts and ties with no pants. The issue was that didn't apply to me. I ended up asking a guy from my class I've been casually talking to as a first-time hanging out situation. Don't worry, he's gay too, I'm not delusional. I asked him what he felt comfortable wearing and he said he prefers to be dressed. So I told him he could do the dress shirt and pants and I'd be fine with the remainder. So, basically I wore a blazer, was shirtless with a tie, and had on boxer briefs, which to me is on theme. None of the guys had an issue, but a friend's girlfriend came up to me and said that it was inappropriate and I was making the girls uncomfortable. I felt embarrassed, so my date and I left. My date said I had misled him what the party would be like, and I was for not dressing appropriately. Now I feel like a jerk. AITA? This story is titled AITA for Not Wanting to Watch Netflix with Subtitles. Posted by u/unknown. Our next tale is absolutely wild. Okay, so my partner, 36F, and I, 36E, have been married for 11 years. Our biggest fight has been because of subtitles on Netflix. I want it, she does not. My reasoning: I follow the story so much better when it is on. Her reasoning: it is distracting. I said that when I decide on something we need to have it on. But it does create some friction still. AITA? This story is titled AITA for Guessing My Brother's Christmas Word. Posted by u/perform. This next story will blow your mind. I will try to make this as short as possible. After Thanksgiving, my extended family played a game where we all wrote Christmas-related words, put them in a hat, picked them out randomly, then taped them to our forehead, where we asked yes or no questions to figure out what our thing was. For reference, I put down the nice list, and my uncle got it. When I put a word on my head, my cousin said he didn't know what it even was. I told my brother, I think I have your word. He loves obscure Christmas lore, and it made sense he would use it for this game. So, I asked, am I an object you can hold in your hands? People said no, with my uncle also saying, I don't know what that is, so I was certain of the answer. Am I the Krampus? I won right as the game started. I was the second person to ask a question. My brother got upset that I ruined the fun of putting the Krampus as a word in the hat. What do you think? This story is titled AITA Don't Want Service Dog Over for Christmas. Posted by u/dullsuit 225. This next tale takes us in a completely different direction. I, 35M, host Christmas for my family. We host a large Christmas Eve party every year. I host because I've got a good house for it, and I'm pretty central to the extended family. Last year my cousin had a service dog in training that she brought to Christmas Eve. I was told this dog was maybe a year old. I don't have much experience with them and have never owned any. It pissed inside my house and other smaller annoyances occurred, one involving my kid. I did hear some complaints from another family member too. A few weeks ago I asked around to see if my cousin was coming, because I was going to nip this in the bud this year and ban it. I was told by family members that she wasn't coming. So, I thought there was nothing to have to deal with. I got notice on Sunday. She, in fact, would be in attendance. So, I called her yesterday to tell her she could come, and that her dog is not invited. This has caused drama. I've been told that her parents, my aunt and uncle, and her siblings are threatening to not come. It's been a nightmare. I've offered to let the dog stay outside, but it can't come inside, but that's an unreasonable ask, I'm being told. AITA here? This story is titled AITA for taking a 1 hour nap on days I work. Posted by you/Ivarella. Moving on to our next incredible story. My 30F fiancé, 35 NB, has been giving me grief for taking a 45 hour naps before I go to work each day. I work 2p11p, they work Sevina 3:30p, Poshchat, and has a 4-year-old daughter who I watch while they work until I need to work myself. They expect me to wake up at 6-ish to make her breakfast and be ready for the day. I normally don't mind, but some days, if not every day I work, I need an hour nap. I get home around 11:30, stay awake for an hour, maybe an hour and a half because my body is wired from working. I have 2 days off and we nap together even sometimes, as does the little. They're starting to feel lonely, citing that I sleep every day when I do not. I currently am in therapy and see a psychiatrist to help with my alcohol addiction. I'm 2 months clean and my ADHD symptoms with impulse control and other issues. I'm a sleepy girl. I don't do it on purpose and am not checking out because I feel they would be fine if I did. I literally will fall asleep sitting up if I am that tired. They're acting like I'm never awake around, which work pulls me away a lot. But I barely hit 40 hours each week. Same as them. My schedule is set, and Friday, Saturday are my off days, while theirs are Saturn. I feel like shit for sleeping already, and that I have to sleep at all, but I wake up so early. I get maybe 6 hours each day pre-nap if I'm lucky. I spoke to my psychiatrist in case this is a side effect of my meds, and she literally told me, get more sleep. Am I the asshole for napping because my body is literally forcing me to? Quick edit. Partner works from home at a very relaxed job, while I have to travel 30 mins both way to go to mine, and it's very pressure-centered. This story is titled AITA for telling my mom she can't take my daughter to her house anymore. Posted by you/Jacastro, 2000. Our next story is equally fascinating. So, I 25 have a 2-year-old daughter. And ever since she was born, my mom has been coming to my place every Sunday to visit her. She still works 6 days a week and Sundays just work best for everyone. When my daughter turned 1 and 12, my mom started taking her back to her house for a couple of hours so we can clean and run errands. It was ultimately her idea, but blessed cause it's a big help. My mom always picks her up at 10 a.m. and she says she will bring her back at 3 p.m. or if there's a time we want her back. Ever since my mom started taking, my mom has always been late to bring my daughter back. It's always an hour or an hour and 12 late. My wife isn't a big fan of her showing up late cause if we have plans, then it messes them up. This past Sunday my mom was supposed to return my daughter at 3 p.m. and from there go to my father-in-law so he can spend time with my daughter before he leaves for Christmas. She didn't bring my daughter back till almost 4:30 p.m. and blamed my daughter for being late, and of course set our plans back. I told my mom nice and calm that she can't take my daughter to her place cause she is always late, but you can stay and visit her at my house. She said, "OMG, you and your wife can screw off." It shocked me. I stayed quiet, told her I love her, and she drove away. AITA? This story is titled AITA for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said. Posted by you/McKate15. This story is equally incredible. I, 35, have a sister-in-law, Riley, 14 fet. I've been in her life since the day she was born, and we're very close. Riley is going through a bit of a difficult stage right now. Lots of fighting with her parents and not always making the best choices. So, I took Riley out for some girl time. We had some sweets and I got her to tell me about what she's feeling. This is nothing new. She often opens up to me about things that she doesn't tell others. I didn't tell her what to do. I just gave her somebody to talk to about everything she's feeling. There was nothing concerning or alarming in what Riley told me. So I did not repeat her words to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is mad about this. She says that she has a right to know what's going on in her daughter's wife, and that I need to tell her. I explained that she didn't say anything alarming or concerning. It was just teenage girl stuff, and I am not going to break Riley's trust by repeating it. Mother-in-law says I'm the adult and I shouldn't be playing the secret game with her daughter. AITA for not telling my mother-in-law what my sister-in-law said. This story is titled AITA for asking my dad not to be in a relationship. Posted by you/throwaway selfish. And now for our final story of today. I'm 17 and a senior in high school. My parents have been separated since I was little, first or second grade IDK. My dad's been in a ton of relationships, at least 3 since they separated, and the last one was an engagement where we all lived together for like 5 years. He and I don't really talk about his relationships. The one time he did was him telling me how much he missed his first ex-girlfriend after they broke up. She was the woman he left us and moved away for. And I was in 3rd grade, I think, so I was just kind of weirded out and didn't know what to say. He hasn't really talked to me about any of them since. Anyway, now I'm a senior in HS, and he broke up with his fiancée. So now it's just me and him living together, when I'm not at my mom's, and he just told me he's seeing someone new. I know it was really immature of me, but I kind of freaked out at him. I wasn't crying at first, but I was really upset, and asked him if he could just wait until I leave for college to start dating someone new. It's less than a year, and really only like 6 months since my graduation is at the end of May. I kept asking if we could just have some time with just us instead of someone else, but he got really mad at me, saying it wasn't fair of me to ask him that. Don't I want him to be happy? It's not all about me, stuff like that. I didn't say this to him, but really, in my head I was thinking that I don't care about him being happy right now, because it feels like it's always about him and his happiness. Which I know is a really unkind thing to think. But if I'm being honest, it's how I feel. But I didn't say it to him. I just kept asking for these last 6 months to just be us. Eventually he just stopped answering me and went to bed, so I did too, and he didn't really talk to me this weekend. It happened on Thursday night. I know I'm being selfish, because I am asking him to make it about me and not be happy with this new woman, IDK her name. But I'm only going to be here for 6 more months, and then I'm leaving for college. IDK where I'm going yet, but I haven't applied to any schools in our city. So I'm definitely going to be living wherever I go. I'll come home for holidays and stuff, but I'll still be splitting that time up with my mom and dad. So it feels like these next 6 months are kind of it. I know I'm almost 18 and should be more mature. But when he told me, I just suddenly felt like a little kid again, which is probably why I started crying at the end, which was really embarrassing. IDK, how to explain it? I can't really talk to my friends about it, and it feels embarrassing, and whenever I talk to my mom about things like this, I feel bad because she never wants to say anything bad about him to me even, though I know she really doesn't like him, but she's amazing at putting on a polite face, so I'm asking strangers, am I the asshole here? What an incredible collection of stories we had today. Reddit never ceases to amaze me. Like and subscribe for more Reddit story compilations. Until next time, take care.